You know what? Aging is not a problem that needs to be fixed. Let me restate, aging is not a problem that we need to fix. In a world that is so obsessed with youth and is so focused on stopping Father Time from moving forward, it seems that all of our focus is how do we maintain going backwards and stopping ourselves from allowing ourselves to move forward. And if you understand this from even the slightest, if you have the slightest understanding of what I'm talking about, well then I guess this video is going to be for you, my friend. Hello and welcome to Silver Warrior's Journey. My name is Bernie Tiger, and this channel is dedicated to those 50 plus who are struggling with some challenges in their lives still, and they're looking for some answers and solutions, but also for those who are 50 plus who have a story to tell and they would be interested in sharing it with the world because they have the adversity that you have overcome in your journey and would love an opportunity to share with the world, and therefore would love to have you on our podcast. If you're interested in that, please leave a comment below and I will definitely follow up with you. But let's get into this video because we're talking about aging and how we try to stop it. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, guilty as charged. I'm 63 today, and maybe 10 years ago, I was still doing things to try to maintain a youthful look, and that included having hair color, by the way, and having my hair colored. And it was something my wife had told me about back in my late 40s, early 50s. She's like, you had a little silver. I've had silver in my hair since I was 20 as a result of some challenges I faced as a youth, but that's another story. Going forward, I had this idea that, well, I guess for me to stay and maintain a youthfulness, I need to have to, dye my hair. And it wasn't necessarily a heavy dye. It was just this, what they called this light wash that kept, most of the hair color, but did add a little bit of darkness to it. And I'm going to show you a picture of this right now so that you can see what I'm talking about, a before and after, what I looked like then and what I look like now. The problem is that I never felt comfortable with it. I did it, and it was a maintenance thing, and you'd go and get your hair cut, and it was never something that I truly felt like this made sense to me. But it was a habit that became a practice, that became a norm. And of course, the rest of the world, as I'm interacting with, was aware of me having this particular look, and because of that look, I couldn't change it. And it wasn't until some years back when my wife and my son actually said to me, he's like, Dad, you know what? You're okay to just get older. You're not removing yourself from any kind of ability to have normal looks or to feel like you have this complete, utter, horrible look with yourself. Allow yourself to have the gray hair. And at that time, I didn't even have this at the time. Years back, I had a light beard, many years ago, and it wasn't because of today's obsessed culture with having these long beards. I did it because in the early days, I couldn't afford to necessarily have razors. So it was easier to just let the hair grow on your face, and I'm talking many years ago. But going forward and speaking about this today, that obsession to have that change was fundamentally wrong when I look back at it today. And I was like, you know what? There was nothing wrong with growing older. I remember my grandfather, he never dyed his hair. He continued to grow and always had a head of hair. And I guess that's maybe where I inherited my hair still. But he allowed it to go gray, right? Like many people do. But yet we do have this obsession in today's culture, and I see it with friends of mine who are constantly making these changes and modifications. Now, with all this being said, I want to be clear. Having health and fitness and wellness in our lives and taking care of ourselves. I just got back from the gym. I still have an extra 32 pounds that I'm trying to drop off of myself here right now. And as a result, I need to do certain things going to the gym. And this is called longevity and care for quality of life. This isn't so much about looks, but does it have a vanity piece to it? And does it feel good? Yeah, of course it does. I'm not going to ever deny that having yourself feeling good and dressed well looks good and you feel good about yourself, but I'm not going out of my way to do something different. I don't dress anything to fit in some normal fashion that is, hot for today. And even people who are 50 plus are looking at changing some fashions because they want to fit into a youthful culture. And I'm here to tell you, really, it's okay to be able to be okay with yourself. And the challenges with not being that way is that we end up living this dream life every day where we keep recycling this past. And every time you're going backwards and looking into your past, you know what happens? You're really getting obstructions from moving forward. I liken it to life is driving your car. You're taking your vehicle. I got my Jeep out here, right? I'm taking my Jeep and I'm driving down the highway of life. And all I do is I'm facing in a direction that I'm heading in, right? But if I became obsessed with what I had to look like and what my presence was, because I wanted to get back to that youthful look in my past, well, then I'm just staring at a rear view mirror. And I don't know about you, but if I was just to focus on staring at a rear view mirror, right? Imagine this, staring at a rear view mirror, trying to drive forward on the highway will not end well for any of us. So, as a metaphor, think about it. If you're driving forward in your journey, stop looking behind you. It's okay to have reference points. You need a rear view mirror because you need reference points as you're going forward in your journey, but you don't live there. You don't live there, you live here, you live in this direction. So with all that being said, I want to let you know that it's okay to get older. It's okay, it's a birthright. It's a passage that not everyone gets to have. My dad died when he was 37. I was just a kid. And I can tell you right now, he would have loved to have had gray hair and gotten older. I know that. Anybody who had died early would have loved an opportunity, I can guarantee you, to have come forward and dealt with some gray hair or putting on a couple of extra pounds. Now these are things that we can do and fight because we want health and wellness in our lives. And again, there's a supplemental vanity piece to it. But with all that being said, at the end of the day, it's okay to wake up and be who we are. It's okay for us to get older. And this channel is dedicated specifically for those who are 50 plus to help you understand that it's okay for us to be who we are. In fact, if anything, I would hope that as age happens to us, we stop losing that metric of trying to fit in and measure up to everyone. I could care less what the world thinks about me, in a sense that if it's a vanity related issue or whatever I look like or whatever it may be, and I'm sure even with this YouTube video, I'm presenting myself out here honestly and openly, that there'll be some trolls that would just make a total joke with that. They couldn't waste my moment of my life with that. Could care less. People are people. The ones that matter in your life, those people that matter in your life, they're there for you all the time. The rest of the people that are measuring you by that vanity, they're not worth the time to have in your life. And I would encourage you to reassess your life and your friendships and the people in your life. Because if you have individuals like that who are measuring you on a vanity stick, you're definitely got the wrong folks in your life, because there are good people out there that really can just be okay with you being older and getting older and growing older, because that's a great thing in life. In fact, one of the things I'm going to be doing and launching pretty soon is a 12-week challenge, and it's called the Silver Tiger Challenge. And it is basically, this will be for men only, 50 plus, between the ages of 50 and 70, who are looking to kind of reinvent their lives, but actually realign their lives in many ways, where it's going to be a combination of physical fitness, wellness, health, nutrition, conversations, life about finances, sexuality, relationships, all of these things that we still all deal with at 50 plus. And that 12-week group, that cohort, it'll be a challenge because I'm going to be working with it as well. My partner in my business, Tiger Resilience, is my son, Michael, and he is a physical fitness expert who is a physical trainer, nutrition. He's going to assist on the physical end of the journey. I'm a behavioral health specialist and clinician working for 35 plus years in behavioral health, and I'm going to work on the mental and emotional and spiritual end of wellness and trying to help us go from one point to another in that short 12-week span. So if you're interested and would like to learn more about it, please leave a message in the comments below and I will be certain to respond to you. So the takeaway from this message is it's okay to be gray. It's okay to be gray. All right? It's nothing wrong with us getting older. It's a passageway for the next part of our journey. And if we got this far, well, then all I can say is, holy shit, that is nothing that can have a greater impact than if you got this far in your journey. And we're still here thriving. And if you're still here thriving and you'd like to be part of our community and join our Tiger's Den as well, excuse me, you hear our dogs going off on that, then please, I'll have a link below for our application to join us in the Tiger's Den. And Tiger's Den is an online community that we are. This particular access group is for 50 plus, for us to have conversations with each other about life and the things that we struggle with, because that's the root of this channel. It is under my umbrella with my business, Tiger Resilience, but the true core of this is to help us to be able to be aligned and to be okay with ourselves at 50. And then, of course, to share our lives and journeys and experiences with those in the future, which is our youth right now, where we are obsessed with youth, but we're obsessed for the wrong reasons. We should be obsessed with teaching and showing and educating and giving them the experiences that you and I have had that are absolutely priceless. So, friend, if you found any value in this channel and in this video at all, please consider subscribing to our channel. We have videos coming out almost daily right now. The channel is new. I would even encourage you, if you please could just at least like the video and pay it forward to some folks that could benefit from this. I would love to hear from you. If you're interested in being on our podcast and you have a life story that would be worth helping individuals who could gain from your wisdom and you're 50 plus, please leave a message in the comments below. I would be happy to talk with you and see if we're a compatible match. And I would love to have you on our podcast, which has just launched. And it's a powerful tool for us to be able to help the future generation to learn from us that we did not have those experiences 30 and 40 years ago as a result of no telecommunication tools like we have here today, like the internet and these tools that I'm using here right now for us to have this conversation. So once again, my name is Bernie Tiger. This is the Silver Warrior's Journey, specifically for targeting 50 plus individuals looking for some changes in their lives. And I'm glad to see you, that you could stop by here. Once again, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Please subscribe to our channel if you'd like to continue on and learn more about us. And again, links will be below, and I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much. And without rambling any further, as I'm getting ready for the next snowstorm tomorrow, I guess we're getting 6 to 10 inches or 12 inches or 18 inches or something ridiculous. We're in the northeast part of the state, so I can imagine we're just going to get pummeled. But with all that being said, I wish you nothing but the very best, my friend. And as always, be your best, be resilient, and I will look forward to talking with you soon.